So here's the question. Okay, let's have a look. Luia. Okay. You all can read the questions. Yes, yeah, communicating through the heart with all aspects of the creation. Yes. Wow. Oh, wow. Wonderful. Yeah, sure. Luia, that exactly is the point. And it's a very good question, actually. The Telepathy Center is not a religion or religious part or activity. So it's independent of any belief system or religion. So if there are shamans, for example, working with the earth and with water and fire and this kind of things, they can fit or they can work and implement their activity in the bottom layer, if you remember, live in harmony with all there is. Basically, you can do that very easily because there is no constraint in doing anything. All the things you are doing at the moment are so fine, so wonderful. And then you can, for example, share this information with all the other telepathy centers and give them impulses for their activities. And you can then say, okay, we are on the way to a new era. If you have interest in contacting extraterrestrial friends, and these people are coming to your telepathy centers, then you can offer this kind of communication you described so wonderful as well. That is part of your activity, and that is great, and it needs to be shown to other people. Wonderful. Excellent. Julia, where are you sitting at the moment? Where's your location? May I ask you, what is the country? No answer yet. Good. Still waiting.
Spanien.
Spanien. Yeah.
Andalusien.
Andalusia. Spain. Yeah, wonderful. Excellent. Yeah, southern Spain. Yes. Sorry, Luisa. I missed that part. Andalusia. Excellent. Yes. Does this answer your question, Luia? Yeah. Great. Thank you. Any other question? So we have planned 3 hours. So we have 1 hour left. Please ask any question you like to ask, and we try to answer.
I don't have a question, but I would like to grateful thank you, the organization team, Steffi, Alfred, Ava, and Jenny. It's a gorgeous work you have done, and a very, very helpful. You were very helpful to mankind. Thank you so much, Alfred.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you for that feedback. Chrissy and Michaela, thank you so much for your...
So everybody who's involved, it's great. Thank you.
Okay, wonderful. So what are the next steps? The next step is tomorrow, where we talk about the telepathic. Just a second. There is another question. I would like to answer that first, Julian. Yeah, sure. Can we access any further communications with our cosmic neighbors? Yeah, sure. First of all, please fill in all the experience you have, and then tell about that. That is a very important thing at the moment. You know, if we have this information just within our network, then we do not use the potential we have. And I can tell you that many children, for example, are very excited to learn these new things. Also to communicate with water, for example, like a young lady, 8-year child, the girl who asked whether they could talk with water. The other thing is, yes, you could also establish new communication with other neighbors, cosmic neighbors, if you like. What I can tell from my own experiences is that sometimes I reserved time, 1 hour or so, and then I asked to the extraterrestrial friends I'm in contact normally that I'm now available for extraterrestrial sisters and brothers not in so close contact. And many times I had then wonderful contacts from beings working in the background in that project. And I can tell you that is very wonderful because it gives a lot to them, and much more we can learn based on the questions they ask. And I will give you an example as one impulse. One of the being asked me whether our blood in the body, our blood has the color red, whether that is true or not, the being asked. And I confirmed, I was a little bit irritated, yes, the blood is red. Our blood in the body is red. Why are you asking that? Yeah, is that that you are hurt, you have pain with that blood in your body? And I was fully irritated. I didn't understand at all what this question meant, whether I have pain with our blood in the body. And I asked what the background is of his question, and he answered that all they know in their planet or on their planet, which is red, is hot, has a hot temperature. They know red things, but all red things they know are hot. And he was curious whether in our body, if our blood is red, is also hot, and that in his opinion there should be a lot of pain for us humans. So that was most of the interesting questions, I must admit, because we can learn from this kind of questions, you know. So if you like, you can also start conversation with additional beings. And though the bidirectional communication is very much appreciated by both sides. Okay, the day tomorrow we will have approximately 2 hours, I think, where we give them some theoretical background. And most of you are in a very good communication already. I know that. And you have a lot of experiences and you channel messages and this kind of things. We are aware of that. And that is the reason we very much appreciate that you are interested in doing this kind of things with the telepathy network in service to others of mankind. What we would like to do is to give you a further perspective on telepathy, and we give you also a very simple guide, if you need that, for your own events, 1 day, 2 days, or 3 day events. If you have scientists or normal people, children, or so, this guide, how to go in that certain alpha state, and how to work with a shared stage. That is one of the key aspects of our presentation tomorrow. Will give you additional support and help to run that. It's very easy to do, and as I mentioned before, we have sometimes 100% of the participants doing very good communications based on that guide, and sometimes we have 80% or something around. still we have some participants having their blocks, but that is not so critical as we could assume. So that is the outlook for tomorrow. Then we have 1 week time to recap all the things you have heard today and tomorrow. There will be many details on that, and then this information you also will receive as PowerPoint or ODP, for example. You can use that in your telepathy center, in your activities as you want and like. So, any question to that outlook? I think 2 hours is a lot of information, I think, but we would like to give you the chance to ask questions. So the major, what I can add, the major extraterrestrials we are in contact are at the moment are the Sirians, the Arcturians, the Andromedians, and the Pleiadians. And I think those 4 are the major contacts for us, but I know there are many others you might in contact with at the moment. But we also recognize that within 10 weeks, 12 weeks time frame, approximately, they change the team or the contact persons. So I can tell you an insight. Just before the 21st of June, I think it was, I got 3 Pleiadians, and the Andromedian contact went to the back. And I asked what their task is, and they told me that they are psychologists. So they took, for that special time where we had many attacks also, we had attacks during that time, they accompanied us with certain task force, for example. But they change from time frame to time frame. Well, it's very interesting how many new contact persons we have at the moment. That is totally different to the past. So further questions? Okay, it seems that we covered the points so far. We would be very happy if you can have time tomorrow to participate the telepathic theoretical part with some interesting things, I like to say. We will have that at the same time. And then after that, Monday morning, we will put the documents to the web. We will put then the videos to the web. We will send you an email with the access link, and then tomorrow I think we will also time, if now the question is you raise, we not covered yet, we can discuss that tomorrow if you participate. So if you agree, then I would like to close this webinar today. Thank you so much for joining us. I know that in your time, it's early in the morning, late in the evening. It's wonderful that you take that time, and we are so joyful that you were part of today's meeting. Jenny, would you like to say something in addition?
Yeah, I like to say something to you, Alfred. Thank you very much. It's so, yeah, I can't find the word in English. I'm so full of pleasure to have you and to go on with our project now, and to get in touch with all the amazing people outside, to establish Telepathy Center and to get connected with everything. Thank you very much, Alfred.